Good morning students, myself Dr. Ganapur SD, Anna Sahib Avte College Mansar. Today I am going to teach you subject chemistry, chemistry new syllabus. Our chemistry new syllabus is divided into 4 parts or 4 branches of chemistry. There are total 16 topics are there. Out of 16 topics, 6 topics are taken from organic chemistry. 3 topics are taken from inorganic chemistry and another 3 topics are taken from organic chemistry, and last 4 topics are taken from applied chemistry. Out of that 4 parts, one major part, that is nothing but the inorganic chemistry, that I am going to start. All of you know that inorganic chemistry is nothing but the chemistry of elements or chemistry of atoms, their inner structure, atomic structure, chemical bonding, all these enclosed in inorganic chemistry. In 12th standard, 3 topics are added. Out of that, first is nothing but transition and inner transition elements. Second topic, that is p block elements, and third, that is coordination compound. Out of these 3 topics, this topic is very important according to the view of CET, NEET, JEE exam as well as our board exams. From this topic, there are minimum compulsory 3 to 4 questions are compulsory in competitive exams as well as board exams. And before to study other 2 topics, we have to study this topic is essential. The name of the topic is transition and inner transition elements. The transition elements are also called as D block elements, and inner transition elements are called as F block elements. In 11th standard, we have studied the modern periodic table. In modern periodic table, all of we know all elements are classified into 4 groups: S block elements, P block elements, D block elements and F block elements. We know that to the extreme right hand side in the periodic table, S block elements are present in group first and group second. To the extreme right hand side in the periodic table, P block elements are divided, and the D block elements are present in between positively charged S block elements and negatively charged P block elements. Therefore, the D block elements are also known as transition elements. The meaning of transition is what? When we move from S block to P block, from left hand to right hand in the periodic table, there is transition of properties takes place from S block to P block. That's why the name transition element is given here. Another part of our topic is inner transition elements. Inner transition elements are F block elements. Their actual position is present in between S block and D block elements, and their properties are also lies in between. Therefore, they are known as inner transition elements. Let us study the actual topic. First point, that is nothing but the introduction of topic. First, we have to know the definition of transition elements. The transition elements are D block elements. The transition elements are those in which last electron enters in n-1d subcell. Or in other words, we can say that only those elements are considered as the D block elements in which their D subcell must be partially filled. When the D subcell is completely filled, then that element is not considered as D block element. Okay. Next point, the general electronic configuration of D block element is given by n-1d 1 to 10 ns 0 to 2 by using the general electronic configuration. Here one thing is very important, the n. What is that n? N is nothing but the principal quantum number. Principal quantum number that we have seen in 11th standard. There are 4 quantum numbers are there. Out of that, one, that is small n, is nothing but the principal quantum number. It tells us, or it gives the series or the block of element where starts or in which period it starts. By putting the value of n, we can differentiate or we can derive the classification or electronic configuration of all series. Okay, this D block element contains 40 elements. The 40 elements are divided into 4 series. Okay. D block, the capacity of D subcell is 10 electron, of filling of maximum 10 electron. Therefore, D block elements are divided into 10 groups. Our actual position of D block is from group 3 to group 10. Sorry, to group 3 to group 12. And the position of D block elements in the form of periods is from group 4th period to 7th period. Okay. Let us study what are the 4 series. First series, which is known as the 3D series. The 3D series starts at the 4th period. 4th period. It does mean what? The value of n is 4. By putting the value of n 4, at that time we get the general electronic configuration of that first series or 3D series. What it becomes? 4 minus 1, 3D, 1 to 10, 4s. In place of n is principal quantum number, the value of n is nothing but the period. Okay, therefore AR 3D 1 to 10, 4s 1 to 2. Then what does this AR indicates? We know that when we are writing the electronic configuration, we can write the electronic configuration in the form of core electronic configuration. Core electronic configuration is nothing but writing the electronic configuration of that specific group or specific elements or group of elements to the corresponding noble gas. And we know that to the 4th period, the corresponding noble gas is the argon. Therefore, we write argon having the atomic number 18, argon 3D 1 to 10, 4s 1 to 2. Next, second series, which is called as 4D series, which starts at 5th period. By putting the value of n 5, we can write 5 minus 1, 4D 1 to 10, 5s 0 to 2. To the corresponding 5th period, the noble gas is krypton, and therefore the electronic configuration or general electronic configuration can be written as Kr 4D 1 to 10, 5s 0 to 2. Again, third series, which is also called as 5D series, it starts or at the 5D series 6th period is there. When putting the value of n 6, we get 5D 1 to 10, 6s 1 to 2. Here, to the corresponding 6th period, our noble gas is xenon. Therefore, writing the core electronic configuration Xe having the atomic number 54, 5D 1 to 10, 6s 1 to 2. Now, the last 4th series, which is known as 6D series, which starts at the period 7. By putting the value of n 7, we get 6D 1 to 10, 7s 1 to 2. And we know that to the corresponding the 7th period, the noble gas is radon having the atomic number 86, and the core electronic configuration is radon 6D 1 to 10, 6s 1 to 2. After studying the general introduction or the electronic configuration, second bit, it is necessary to study the second bit, that is position in the periodic table. Position in the periodic table. We know that the actual position of D block elements in the periodic table is in between S block and P block. Therefore, they are known as transition metal elements, just we have seen before. Third point, that is nothing but, let us see the electronic configuration. This bit is very important when we are studying this topic. From this electronic configuration, minimum one question will be definitely asked in our competitive exam as well as board exam. Let us see. Just before we have seen, there are 4 series named as 3D, 4D, 5D and 6D series. Let us see the electronic configuration in detail of each series in detail. Okay. Then first, electronic configuration of 3D series. Each series having 10 elements. This 3D series starts from scandium, element scandium having atomic number 21, and it ends to the element zinc having the atomic number 30. Okay. When we are writing the electronic configuration, at that time the elements are, first element is scandium, second titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. These are the 10 elements. Let us see how we can write the electronic configuration. While we are writing the electronic configuration, at that time we know that before or just to the left hand side of the D block elements, their S block element is present, and in S block there is a element is present known as calcium having atomic number 20. Calcium having atomic number 20, and its electronic configuration is nothing but 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6 and 4s2 having the atomic number 20. What does it mean? 10, again this 10, 20. After this calcium, this scandium starts. But here in this calcium, S orbital is completely filled. When we start writing the electronic configuration of D block, at that time first electron or the last electron enters into the D orbit, that is 3d1. This 4s subshell is filled or completely filled before of 3d. The reason we know that in 11th standard we have seen the Abbu's principle. What it tells us? Abbu's principle tells us the orbitals or electrons are filled in different cells or subcells according to their energy level. The energy level of 4s subcell is lower or less than the energy level of that 3d subcell. Because of that, 4s level or 4s subcell filled first, then the electron enters into 3d1. Let us see the electronic configuration. Scandium atomic number 21, therefore the electronic configuration is 3d1 4s2. Here one electron enters in d orbit. In titanium, what happens? Again one electron is added. That added one electron comes in 3d2. In vanadium 3d3 4s2. In this regular manner, it is to be expected that chromium having the general electronic configuration what? 3d4 4s2, but it is not so. It is showing the somewhat different or anomalous electronic configuration, that is 3d5 4s1. There is change here. Then manganese regular, that is 3d5 4s2. Ferrous 3d6, cobalt 3d7, then 3d8 nickel. Again there in copper, the electronic configuration is 3d10 and 4s1, and lastly the zinc 3d10 4s2. Here one thing is very important, that why out of these 10 elements this chromium and copper shows the different electronic configuration, or a question of 2 marks will be asked there. Why chromium and copper having difference in their observed electronic configuration, and actual electronic configuration? The reason is that we know that to attain the extra stability, the chromium and copper attains this type of electronic configuration. What does it mean? What is that extra stability? And we know that the orbitals attains the extra stability at that time when the orbitals are half filled or orbitals are full filled, and because of that reason they attains this type of electronic configuration. Let us see or explain here. According to our general regular view, the chromium having the atomic number 20, and the expected electronic configuration is what? 3d4 and 4s2 expected electronic configuration. But the observed electronic configuration is what? Observed electronic configuration, and this is nothing but the expected electronic configuration. Okay. What happens? This one electron from this s orbit jumps into this 3d orbit and it becomes 3d5 and 4s1. What happens? By shifting the electron from 4s to the d orbit, what happens? 3d is halfly filled and again 4s is also halfly filled. Okay, means both orbits are half filled, and we know that when orbits are half filled or full filled, they attain the extra stability, and same case is taking place in copper. Copper having the atomic number 29. Expected electronic configuration is what? After 3d8 it is expected that is 3d9 and 4s 3d9 and 4s2. But observed electronic configuration is what? 3d10 4s1. 3d10 4s1. How this happening? Let us see here. What happens? The one electron from again 4s orbital jumps into this 3d orbit and it becomes 3d10 and 4s2 becomes 4s1. What does it mean? Here d orbital is completely filled and here 4s orbital is half filled. Okay, and one thing is important here, the electron from 4s orbit is easily jumps into this 3d9 orbital, and we know that according to the Abbu's principle, what are the difference between this 3d and 4s subshell is very less. The energy level difference between this 4s and 3d level is very less, and because of that reason easily electron from 4s orbit can easily jumps into the 3d orbit, and because of that the chromium and copper behaves or shows the different electronic configuration, as observed electronic configuration is different from expected electronic configuration. Next, we have seen above the electronic configuration of 3D series. This, it is very important to remember or remind all these electronic configuration. Let us see some technique to remind it, or you can remind it by using your different techniques. Just I will tell you one simple technique or phrase technique. What is that? Let us see. The 10 elements I will tell you. You can remember this like this: सचिन तेंदुलकर वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट में फिर कोई नया कप जीतेगा, है ना? To remember it, and we know that all periodic table we can remember by putting in the form of kavita or in the form of different phrases also, or in another phrase you can write or you can remember that सुन तेरी वाली कार में फिर कोई ना कोई जाएगा. I will repeat it. सचिन तेंदुलकर वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट में फिर कोई नया कप जीतेगा, और इन अनदर फॉर्म यू कैन रिमेंबर इट, सुन तेरी वाली कार में फिर कोई ना कोई जाएगा. इफ यू रिमेंबर और memorize this series, you will definitely get minimum 3 or 4 marks in your board exam. There are number of questions are asked from this series. This series is very important while you are studying this topic, and there are number of bits, or in magnetic movement there are number of problems depending upon the electronic configuration of this. Let us see the second series, that is 4D series. And 4D series, okay, and we know that 4D series, again in 4D series there are 10 elements are there, and you have to remember the electronic configuration. One simple technique is there when we comes from 3D series to 4D series. There is what you have to do, or how you have to remember the atomic number. You know the atomic number of scandium, that is 21. You add just 18 in 21, at that time it comes 21 plus 18, 39. What is that? We know that the sample rule, that is what, nothing but the electronic configuration 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 32 and 32. Okay, therefore for here you have to add 18. By adding 18 you get the atomic number of that yttrium, that is 39. After that you can write the 40, 41, 42, 43, 46, 47, 48. Because the 4D series starts at 5th period. Okay. And then let us see the different elements. First is that is yttrium, zirconium, niobium, obium, tcm, ruidium, rhodium, palladium, silver and cadmium. Palladium, silver and cadmium. Out of this series, the last three elements, these three elements are very important. These three elements are important, or you have to only remember or memorize only these three elements. Okay. Let us see the electronic configuration of these three elements. Palladium having the atomic number 46, electronic configuration 4d10 5s0. Silver having the atomic number 47, the electronic configuration is of regular 4d10 5s1, and in the last cadmium having the electronic configuration 4d10 5s2, similar to that of zinc. Means lastly d orbital is completely filled there. Then we have to see again the next technique to memorize this series or the number of elements of that series. You can use different techniques. I will tell you a simple technique or a phrase. You can remember this. Nextly, यारी जरा निभाना मौत तक रुकावटें राह में पड़ेगी अगर कोई. You can remember or memorize by using this frame. I will repeat it again. यारी जरा निभाना मौत तक रुकावटें राह में पड़ेगी अगर कोई. In this way, by remembering this sentence or phrase, you can remember all this series or number of elements of this series. Okay, let us see next series, that is third series of 5D series. 5D series. Again it contains 10 elements. It starts from lanthanum, first element, that is lanthanide or lanthanum, having the atomic number 57. Easily you can remember the atomic number 57. Let us see how. We know that the 5D series starts at 6th period, and we know that the general rule which you have seen in 11th standard, what at 6th period what happens, there is difference of 18. See, 2, 8, 8, 18, 18, 5th. Therefore you have to add the number 18 to the atomic number of yttrium. When 39 plus 18, it becomes 57, and which is nothing but the atomic number of that lanthanum. Okay, nextly, and we know that on this lanthanum there is an asterisk is putting. What does it mean? The meaning of asterisk is that lanthanum, or from lanthanum, lanthanide series starts, and we know that lanthanide is nothing but F block elements. The capacity of F subcell is filling of maximum 14 electrons, and because of that this lanthanide, see here, lanthanide from 58 to 71, 58 to 71, 14 elements are there. 14 elements are there. Therefore 57 plus 14, what it becomes? 72. Therefore second element of that 6th series is HF hafnium, having the atomic number 72. Having the atomic number 72. Next 73. In this way 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79 and 80. Belong through this 5D series, you have to remember only these 3 elements. These last 3 elements are important. Only you have to remember only last 3 elements. Let us see what are the electronic configuration of these 3 elements. Platinum having the different electronic configuration. It is important to remember it. It is very important. Let us see. It shows 5d9 6s1 electronic configuration, and Au gold having the atomic number 79, showing the electronic configuration 5d10 6s1, and the last element, that is mercury, it again shows the electronic configuration similar to that of zinc and cadmium, that is 5d10, means its d subcell is completely filled there. Okay, again then lastly we see the 4th series, that is the 6D series. 6D series, and to this 6D series 7th period is started, and we know that, or we have to know the atomic number of that series. For knowing atomic number of that series by a simple technique, we have to use the rule of again that 2, 8, 8, 18, 18 and 32, 32. Then what we have to do? Then we have to add that 32 to the atomic number of this lanthanum. By adding the 32 to the atomic number of lanthanum 57, it becomes 89, and that is nothing but the atomic number of this AC, that is actinide. Again, on this actinide the asterisk is shown there. What does it mean? The asterisk shows that after the actinum there are 14 elements, or actinide series starts. The actinide series belongs from F block elements, and we know that again there are 14 elements are there in between actinum having the atomic number 89 and RF having the atomic number 104. Means here I am indicating there the actinide series belongs from 90 to 103. 14 elements are there. Okay. After that, the atomic number goes on increasing step by step. 104 belong this series. These series are not completely filled because all the elements of that series are discovered by the scientist, or they are discovered in the laboratory. Therefore, these all elements are given the names according to the names of the scientists which they have discovered. Now, it is important according to the view of our competitive exams, or according to the view of board exam, first 3 series are very important, and I have told you the techniques to remember the different elements by using the different phrases. Okay. Let us see some important points according to the view of exam. Here I have written the last 3 elements that are in the dark blue color. What does it mean? These last 3 elements, that is zinc, cadmium and mercury, they are not considered as D block elements. Why? We know that the definition of D block element is what? D block elements are those in which their electronic configuration is partially filled. When D block or D subcell is completely filled, at that time those elements are not considered as D block element. Let us see here the electronic configuration of zinc having the atomic number 30 is 3d10 4s2, means the 3d orbital is completely filled here. Again here in cadmium 4d orbital is completely filled, that is 4d10, and lastly in mercury 5d orbital 5d10, means the 5d orbital is also completely filled. Therefore, these last 3 elements, or these last 3 elements, that is nothing but the zinc, cadmium and mercury, are not considered as D block elements. Questions will be asked definitely in competitive exam on this. Therefore, you have to remember that thing. The reason I will also tell you. Again, there is another question asked in competitive exam of 2 or 3 marks or 4 marks, that is, see here. Here we have seen copper also having the electronic configuration 3d10, means d orbit is completely filled like zinc. Then zinc is not considered as a D block elements, though copper is considered as D block elements. Then what is the reason behind it? Then we have to know what is the difference or what is the reason behind that. Let us see. Or see here, copper having atomic number 29. Atomic number 29. The electronic configuration is 3d10 4s1. 4s1. Okay. What happened? And we know that the +2 is the common oxidation state of 3D series, +2 oxidation state. Therefore, copper in +2 oxidation state, copper in +2 oxidation state shows the electronic configuration much. What it becomes 3d9. 3d9, 2 electrons are removed from here and from 1, comma 4s0. What does it mean? Though copper showing 3d10 4s1 electronic configuration in its di positive state plus 2 state, it shows the 3d9 4s0 configuration, means its d orbital is partially filled. Here d orbital is partially filled or partly filled, and we know that when d orbital is partly filled, at that time that element is considered as d block element. And similarly in zinc, we are comparing with zinc having the atomic number 30, its general or regular electronic configuration is, that is 3d10 and 4s2. Again zinc also shows the plus 2 common oxidation state. In the state of plus 2 oxidation state, zinc shows the electronic configuration 2 electrons first from 4s orbital taking part in the bonding, and remaining electrons are 3d10. Though in plus 2 state, the d orbital of this zinc is completely filled, and according to the definition we know that when the d orbital is completely filled, at that time that element is not considered as the d block element. That is the difference between these two, copper and zinc. You have to remember that things, it is very important. Okay. By remembering all these three series or its electronic configuration, we can write or we can calculate the different values. You have to remember all these electronic configuration by using these different techniques. Again, I have underlining some elements which we have broken or which we have taken in the blocks. Only those elements you have to remember: palladium, silver, cadmium, platinum, gold and mercury. By remembering all those elements, and you have to read it all this series of 3D elements. Here we have to see the next bit or next properties of these transition metal elements one by one. Okay, thank you.